And Christine, this one has a lot of people shaking their heads, people talking about a violation of trust. Maris Nicoles has been arrested again, and she has already made it out on bond.
More charges are coming. It's a story we followed for 2 weeks. Let's get out to the Douglas County Jail. That is where we find Fox 5's Kevin Stewart with the latest information. Kevin.
And Christine, this one has a lot of people shaking their heads, people talking about a violation of trust. Maris Nicoles has been arrested again, and she has already made it out on bond. Maris Nicoles, the now former biology teacher and football staffer for the Alexander High School Cougars, is once again charged with preying on children here. The St. Angels Golf Club community is the alleged scene of one encounter, sex in a truck with a student. That's an improper sexual contact by an employee charge.
It doesn't make any sense for an older person to take advantage of a young child like that.
In fact, 2 weeks after she was arrested and making a $40,000 bond on a child molestation charge, the 25-year-old is facing 11 more charges ranging from sexual assault to grooming. She's already made a $74,000 bond. A shower between Nicoles and her husband is evidence. Investigators say Nicoles sent a video of the couple to another child under the age of 16, along with videos of her masturbating with another kid under 16.
Their frontal lobes haven't fully developed, and you talk about teenagers, they're not innocent in it by no means, because teenagers are going to do what teenagers want to do, but as an adult, you have to be the one that says, hey, this is the wrong thing to do.
So far, there are 6 alleged victims. We understand at least 2 of them have been student athletes. This dad has one message for Nicoles and the justice system.
They should throw the book at them.
What's going on, y'all? Man, it's King Cliff holding it down for the Cool Tip, man. I'm right back at you. Today is the After Hours special we're doing again on the weekend, man. And I got my homegirl Sweet, the producer, making this thing continue to move. Shout out to the homeboy TK. I'm going to be getting with him tomorrow. We got a lot of great topics coming up for y'all as well. So continue to check into After Hours. Continue to check into the Cool Table 1.0 main channel as well. And also look at T the Teacher's channel. You can catch a lot of our full lives, not completely edited, but you can catch them raw in action there as well. Now, Sweet, while you was out running some errands today, you did some research and you looked up some stuff that was actually currently happening. Do you want to tell a little bit about that before we jump into it?
There was a female teacher here in Georgia that was already arrested once for inappropriate acts or sexual acts with a student, a teenage student, and she was out on bond or bail or whatever. And apparently more students, 6 or so more students came out, and she was rearrested for it.
Okay. I've seen that. I saw the news thing. Also, I'm sure y'all guys have also seen the intro, so I provided that for you guys as well for some context. But you know, when you say it came out, I always wondered that about these situations. You know, where all right, so this is going to be a tough one for me because I'm a guy, and I'm a guy from the 90s, born in the 80s. These are these are traditional fantasy roles. Listen, I'm just gonna keep it real. Like, so first of all, maybe I should do it like this. All right, wrong is wrong, bad is bad. Slap your wrist, get the fuck out of here. I get it, right? How dare you be a sexy teacher? That's horrible. That's disgusting.
What's sad is a lot of times, though, they're not sexy teachers.
Now listen, dog, I can't agree with you. I haven't seen all of them, but every one that I've seen, they have a traditional look of typically like blonde, cute, sexy. Like that's why sometimes they even put them out there, and you know, the comment section be flippy floppy. You feel me? Because
well, the reason the comment section be flippy floppy is it's men. Because you guys are always like, yeah, that a boy. But well, let me take it and flip it on you for a second.
Okay.
How would you feel if it was your daughter? And we're not even going to change their age. Make her a teenager. And make it a male teacher. And how would you feel about that?
You know how I feel about that. I don't play about that. I feel you. And that's why I want to be fair. Because wrong is wrong. I would ask, and if we're going to be honest, I would feel like it's more predatory in that fashion. You know, because
Females
I
are
think
predatory too.
I get it. I get it. I get it. Damn. The world has made me a victim. You know what I'm saying?
I know all you men want to be like, add a boy to them.
But see, here's the thing, and we're gonna talk about it real quick in depth, right? I'm not gonna just generic do this thing. Growing up in the time period we grew up, this was almost a rite of passage to deal with an older woman. You know what I'm saying? You had to have a certain thing about you to even be able to conversate with an older woman, typically, right? This was also the traditional fantasies, right? Some of the fantasies would be the sexy secretary, the hidden freak librarian that takes her glasses off and then she does this in the movie, and like even in movies growing up, where they call these coming of age movies, the teen movies and shit. You know, even American Pie. You feel what I'm saying? The fantasy is that young boy coming of age, right? Hormones jumping, this, that, and the third, and then here comes this beautiful, sexy, you know, teacher or
We as females
stepmom
had those same. We as females had those same coming of age.
Well, they do. You know, I guess it'll be the culture, somebody, the cool professor or the substitute teacher who's like takes extra interest in you while you're the nerd girl, and then you take your glasses off, and it's like, what?
I'm saying, you don't even have to be the nerd, but I want to get back to the.
Nah, why you want to go back? What you want to go back to?
No, because we as females
you want to talk about it and talk about it.
We as females have the same.
Excuse me.
You know.
Yeah.
We have the same kind of fantasies of an older male. You know, especially when you're at that teenage and you meet the 20-something-year-old.
And listen, here's even realer. We all know the girls that either bragged about or were getting picked up by these older guys. Like they would, I knew the girls that'd be like, oh, my boyfriend 20, or my boyfriend in college, or my boyfriend, you feel me? And this is a real shit. This is a real thing, right? So I'm not saying it's right. I'm trying to figure out why something in me doesn't feel cringe, like, oh, like I do when it's a dude.
Your boy, a boy and not a girl. I mean, but the thing is, you have to go back to this and think there are females that groom. Like, I hate to.
But how? Okay,
can
go ahead,
we
please.
touch on? People may hate me for this. Diana Ross and MJ.
Right.
Like, I feel like she was kind of grooming him at that age, taking him to.
Well, see, I can hear you on that, but this is also the thing. Like, he gravitated to her like he did with Elizabeth Taylor as well. Like, no, but listen, these were glamorous women. He was not glamorous, but famous and shit. And I don't have no context or anything proof-wise to say that she did anything with him. I can see where you're going, but
taking him. He's young. He's too young to even be going to Studio 54.
Yeah, but a lot of them, that was a different time. A lot of them.
Also, go back and look at videos and pictures of the way she looked at him, the way she would touch him, the way, like, it's.
But she was very seductive anyway.
I understand that, but he's also 10 years younger than her. He was a minor. She was an adult.
He had grown money though.
But it's
he
also,
had grown man money though.
That, but it's a grooming thing. And then I hate saying it because I still stand on that. MJ was not guilty.
Right.
But it leads to further problems.
Oh,
like
you're talking about the abuse, become the abuser type of thing?
Or at least people try to use that as,
Okay, I hear you on that. And I hear what you're trying to say. And I'm going to try to take a seat back, right? And instead of just going down the male rabbit hole type of thing, right? So I hear what you're saying. My question is, how do you groom someone that's already primed? Do you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so watch this. Like, 16-year-old boy. Listen, like real shit. You know what I'm saying? We ain't all the same. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Some motherfuckers run in circles that put you in a different circle.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let you be used to sitting around older women. Let you be used to talking to them. And they're like, yo, you so mature. You know what I'm saying? You carry yourself, you feel me? So you're able to talk to the teacher You know what I'm saying? For real. You know what I'm saying? You're not coming at it like the little kid who's like, here's an apple. No, you talking to her like, nah, yo, you fucking sexy.
Well,
And she's like, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you asked how do you groom that? Like then they become the ones, they learn the tactics from the older person, and now they're the ones using those tactics on the younger.
Okay, you're saying
Like when they get older.
the woman teacher. Am I understanding?
The
what you're
older
saying?
person, either male or female,
Okay.
could, when they're grooming these younger kids, these teenagers, and they're, usually those are the ones, especially with males, if you look back at the men who, not all men who have these issues, but that become abusers, they were diddled and touched when they were younger.
Right.
And so they're using the same things that these people taught them or used on them, on their victims.
Okay. So maybe we got to go into what is grooming, because for me, when I think of grooming, I think of a process, right? In most of these situations, when I think of them, even the ones that I've actually researched and tried to look into, it's not like they were persuaded.
Yes, they were.
Well, no, but when I'm saying
sexy pictures.
No, when I'm saying persuaded, like, maybe that's the wrong word. Like, if you don't do this, because that's a different thing than grooming. If you don't do this, your grade's gonna go to F.
That's not
or
grooming.
That's a different thing.
Yeah.
When I say grooming, the reason why I don't think this is that is because I'm going to somebody, and I'm not trying to sound like I'm condoning, but you're going to somebody that is obviously attracted to you, and you're obviously attracted to them, right? And so I don't say that as grooming. I think that you're opening a door that you shouldn't be opening, right? Because it's the adult's job to be like, I know you fuck with me, but it's like a manager and a worker, right? I know you fuck with me. I know you trying to shoot your shot, but I'm the boss. So you keep up. You feel me? And you can acknowledge, oh, thank you, that's so cute or whatever. But nah, right? So I think I look at it like, instead of grooming, because he's already groomed. Like, there's no way that these.
You can't tell me sending the sexy videos.
That's not grooming. That's giving permission to.
No, but it's enticing. It's grooming. It's the kid wouldn't have gone.
He
down
wouldn't have
this,
shot his shot.
He wouldn't have gone down this path if you didn't open this door.
What if he did?
Nah, because
am I victim blaming now?
Even if he did,
yeah.
He's a child. Even though you say he's a teenager, their frontal lobes aren't developed.
People keep saying that shit, but I know motherfuckers that had their own place and paying bills.
I understand that. I had my own place too, but I still was not.
I know you wasn't. We're not fully mature at that time. I get it.
Like, just because you can hold down a job and shit like that doesn't mean that
but don't you have some of the same thoughts, beliefs? Not all, but some of the same thoughts, beliefs that you had at that age. Like, you follow what I'm saying? It's not like a whole lot has changed. Maybe your perspective on some things, maybe the way you move it with some things, mature over time. But
I know the difference in consequences. I know there are consequences for my actions now.
But
back then, I didn't know there were the consequences. I didn't know that I might have thought that there were consequences, but I didn't think they were going to be as severe as they, So that's where I say that they're not mature enough. They're not.
Right. And that's what I was saying. Like, some things may change, as you get older, because you learn those types of things. And because right now we're just trying to figure out. Because, like I said, when I think of grooming, I think of and I'm gonna go to a bad version, right? I'm giving you your candy, and I'm convincing you that if you do something good for me, I'm gonna do something good for you. You feel what I'm saying? And the reason why I say bad, like, even younger than because younger than teenage, like middle school or something like that. You feel what I'm saying? Preteen or some shit like that, right? Even younger. You know what I mean? These horrible cases, right, where you're grooming them to be used to this behavior over time to the point where they think of it as nothing.
Okay.
You
Yeah,
see what
but
I'm
let's
saying?
put it this way: like these boys that are teenagers,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
This woman is at least in her mid-20s.
At the very
At
minimum.
least.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say she gets pregnant.
Uh-huh.
Are they responsible? Should they be, you know?
There were some cases like that. I think they even
Yeah.
made a movie or some shit like that. That
Yes.
got out and then went back and did get pregnant or something like that. And I've heard of some where they do some janky shit, like they get pregnant and try to make it the husbands or some
Well,
shit.
not even that. Like they go to the kid and be like, "You got me pregnant. Now you're,
Now-
financially responsible for my child."
No, but that's not grooming though.
No, but what
You're
I'm
saying,
saying
he don't
is
understand the
The
consequences.
consequences and
Right.
know,
Okay, I hear you on
He's
that.
just in it to get his proverbial dick wet.
Right.
To,
And to meet that fantasy.
yes.
You know.
And now he's a father.
Right.
Or let's say he's not even the father, but he is told that he is because,
Right.
well, I did raw dog it, you know?
Right. Or in the same vein, yeah, because she's doing multiple. Who knows who is what, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel you on that. But I guess, yes, we're talking about consequences on that part. But I guess it's more so like, should we be all right? I don't know why I look at it like that. Like, yeah, you could throw it on the man thing.
That's what I'm going to throw it on.
Yeah, okay. But
The only reason, because every man's
so
that
what
way.
about the girls that used to deal with? We never in school. We never even said nothing negative about them when we knew that these girls had older boyfriends and shit, right? We never said nothing about that. Even in college,
Okay,
technically
it's
in college,
different.
when you
It's
fucking
it's
your,
an actual boyfriend and it's not.
well, having
No,
these
and I'm not
motherfuckers
saying,
with
but the
them.
thing is, it's not different because now I sound like the hypocrite. But what I'm saying is, if it was a teacher or somebody of authority,
What about the girls
that
in
makes it
college
different.
that screw their professor?
I still think that's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Because they are an
Even though
authority.
she's technically
yes,
an adult at the
they
time.
are an authority. They
But then
are.
you're also making it seem like we at that age don't know how to make a decision.
No, I'm not. I'm not blaming at that age. I'm not blaming the. I mean,
Because even in that clip that I got at the beginning, y'all, and I want y'all to get at me. You know what I'm saying? If I'm going too light on the men, or on the women, you know what I'm saying? Please forgive me. This is something that I'm actually being honest about, and I think a lot of men may feel this way, and some women even, because even the guy in that thing when he was like throw the book at her, he also said in the same breath, these boys ain't they ain't innocent.
No, they're not.
But he did say the frontal lobe thing or something like that. You feel me? Either that was before or after, but it was in that statement. And so I respect the fact that he said they're not innocent, because when I think of girls, and this is maybe the hypocrite or the double standard thing, I feel like they are emotionally susceptible to the advancement of older guys. Of older men.
Okay. So where they're emotionally susceptible, men are physically susceptible. So
Okay.
where we are
So instead of the dudes trying to fuck her mind, she's like, I know what you want. So that's her way of fucking his mind. Here's me playing with my pussy on camera or something like that.
Well, it's like
or
the way I got around to my dad. I told you about this, about my 14-year-old brother at the time and my 16-year-old sister. And my brother was a TikTok star type thing. Like he had the blue check and everything. And we'd gone to the skating rink. And this woman that was our age was like going up and like, you're Ethan from TikTok. And he was like, yeah, that's me. And she was like, can I take a picture with you? And I was like, no.
I don't mind the picture.
No, but here's where it gets janky.
Okay.
And she's like, well, I recognize him from online. And I'm like, I understand you recognize him from online, but go fangirl over somebody our own age.
Right.
He's 14.
Right.
So she leaves. I go back to doing things with my daughter, and I look over, and there she is over with my brother again.
No.
So I go run her off a second time.
Right.
And I'm like, I don't know if you heard me the first time, but let me make sure you hear this. He is 14. So she leaves the second time. I turn around and she's back over there a third time.
Yeah. Okay.
This is where I'm tying my hair up in a bun, taking off all my jewelry, telling my dad to take my kid. I take my blades off, and I go to the desk, and I'm like, "Hey, y'all still got the police outside or on speed dial? Because either this bitch or I, one of us is going to leave in an ambulance, and the other's going in a police car."
Let me ask you a question though. What about Justin Bieber for a second? Just to put it in the same perspective, right? You know, a mother takes her kid to see Justin Bieber, and the daughter takes a picture with him. Then let's say they take a picture together.
That's different.
But I'm saying, and then maybe the mom is like, you know, can I get a picture as well? You know, for her, not put on some freaky shit, but just like, hey, you're famous. Hey, I met Justin Bieber.
There's a difference.
But what that kind of sounds.
The difference is he's at an actual concert. He's actually paid for, like, he's a real, like, and the thing is, there's no. It's not like coming across as like.
See, I think it's the same thing, but here's where I would start to agree with you. Coming back that many times, that made it creepy.
Oh yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
I think it's actually because I mean, you know, this is when he was 14, so this is probably like the glow of social media. You feel what I'm saying? So. Yeah, people like, you know, oh, I recognize you from the skits and shit.
He's 19 now.
But I'm just saying, like, you know, people, I recognize you from the skits, blah, 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 you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you watch this guy or this kid, you know, do his whatever he's doing, and it may not be on some sexual shit,
but his name is Ethan Loves MILFs, or I Love MILFs, or whatever it was. So
wow, nigga, you cop blocking that.
No, he told me, he's like, you're just jealous.
Yo,
and my dad's over there calling me the sister bear, you know, the big sister. And I turned around. I turned around and look at my dad.
See,
and
now I sound like the neighborhood for real.
But I turned around and I'm like, Dad, well, what would you do if it was, you know, Gabby?
And you always get us.
And I was like, and I won't even change her age.
Yeah.
We'll keep her at 16.
Yeah.
And this man is my age trying to take pictures with her that recognizes her from social media.
Yeah, I'll whoop your ass on this one.
Exactly. That's my dad, like,
and see, that's it is a double standard. I got it. There's no way around it. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It is, you know, and I think rightfully so. You know what I'm saying? For real, because you know a lot of more detrimental things can happen to a female from a male than from a woman to a male. When I say detrimental, like if this dude is a real predator. He can overpower her, hurt her, rape her, take, you know what I mean? Like things that could really, really scar her. Versus this freaky teacher, one of the, like, who's, like, what, she gonna be like, lay your ass down. Nah, ain't nobody gonna be like, I'm fighting, yeah, please, don't take the dick. Please, stop sucking my balls. Like no real shit. So,
but you make it seem like guys can't be raped.
By a woman?
They can.
By women?
They can be.
Tell me, please, elaborate. Unless you strapping up and be like, got me tied up on some crazy shit and you gonna goddamn Pulp Fiction a nigga.
No, but
like,
if it's something you don't want, but this is a person of authority to you, and you're afraid to say no. And you can't say that a guy won't get hard because it's a body reaction. They can't.
Okay, so afraid to say no. I think that most guys who have been in a situation like that, if they weren't prepared for it or weren't enticing it or inviting it, and it happened to them, where, you know, a woman comes onto them in some kind of way, yes, they may have the pressure of society pressure where it's like, this is supposed to be every boy's fantasy. That, you know, the older chick wants to fuck me, right? And, you know, I guess that can be rape or some kind of sexual assault, right? But when I think of rape, I guess everybody has the notion of.
It's not just always a forceful.
I think that's what most people assume.
Yes.
But even those that just let them take it, right? That's not force, like beat you up force, but I am on top of you, dominating you, taking what you just, you know, instead of you fighting back, you just like, yo, just get it over with, please. That's still a penetration, you know, it can be rough, however, you feel me? Especially if you're not into it.
You just made my point with the guy too, because
no, I was agreeing with you. Yeah. Like I was saying that would be the anomaly of where like the guy didn't want to say no because he didn't want to look like a lame,
or because they were a person of authority, a teacher, a boss, you know.
people talk back to teachers all the time. Like what? Like if I could talk back to you in class, why can't I tell you I don't want that
That's
ass?
obviously not the one that they're gonna go for.
Right. But see, that's okay. See, I could feel you if you was saying I'm fucking with the geek or the nerd.
Well,
or
no,
the
because even some football players and basketball players and stuff like that don't have that like asshole gene. That you know, there are polite, well-mannered, you know, just no. But I'm just saying there are.
Yo, I sound like so horrible, like I'm victim blaming so bad, and there's gonna be some guy like, you don't understand. Why did I even make his voice sound like a bitch? You know what I'm saying? You don't understand. I didn't want to do it.
She made me do it.
Well, nigga, you gay. No. You're just trying to find yourself, brother. And God bless you in your journey. You know what I'm saying?
I think we're going to agree to disagree with this entire topic on that note.
Okay.
But I still would love to hear from everyone out there because I do think that this is a topic that...
Can I say one thing before you close up? Because we got to run for the hills now. All right? And we're going to go separate directions, I see. Yeah. You ain't going to run up the hill with me. Fuck you, bitch.
We're not going to skip and hold hands.
Sorry. Right. Come to safety over here. No, go over there.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say this, though. Wrong is wrong. And there are reasons why there are guidelines on age and how adults should interact with children. And I said it earlier as well, where, you know, it is the job of the adult to, even if you are flattered by the attention that this young man is giving you, you're supposed to shut it down, right? And keep that professional distance, that respectable distance, so you don't compromise your position and you don't compromise his life. And especially, you know, obviously how I feel about, you know, men to girls. Shout out baby girl. Nah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't play about that shit. So I feel it. Shout out Soph too.
I'll murder somebody over Soph.
So now you understand what I'm saying? I feel you. So I get that. But you see the immediate, like, everybody feels fire when you say that. Not everybody feels fire over here, and I guess that's where the debate's gonna fall. So once again, this is really going to be a really interesting one. I really hope that y'all do tap in. And hell, come at me if you think I'm going too soft on the women. You know, I'm down to.
Come at me if you think I'm
right. You know, and I think more people are going to agree with you because it's just the right thing. But I think some people are going to feel like that's the woman's perspective, and they're going to understand. So this is going to be interesting. But hell, I love it. And as this story continues, we may even come back. You know, we're going to keep our eyes out because this is an ongoing story right now in Georgia. Yeah, well, she just got locked back up and now she's out. So, nonetheless, tap in, check all those channels out, man. Like, share, and subscribe. Leave your comments below. Miss Sweet, do you want to say anything before we dip out of here?
No, I think I'm good. I think we said all we need to say, and I think I'm gonna put my shoes on and head out the door, and I'll see you.
Get a head start before I click up. Yeah, I'm gonna catch you. No, that sounded so predatory. Nonetheless, man, I'm gonna catch you. Cool kids at the cool table next time. Deuces.